a cup of water to a cup of AP flour, regular flour, and 6 tablespoons of butter. Put it into a sauce pot and bring it up to a boil. Then you stir in the flour and let this form a ball. Which happens almost immediately, and it pulls away from the sides of the pot. Normally I add a pinch of salt at this point as well, if I'm going to use it for eclairs. But since we're turning this into a cheese puff, we're going to be adding a lot of salt to it in the form of cheese. So just going to drop in our dough. Now we turn on our mixer, and one at a time we crack an egg and add an egg. Let the egg incorporate. Do that 4 times. Easy to remember. You don't even need to write this down. It's such an easy recipe. The reason I'm cracking the eggs into a bowl is, of course, if you just crack it on the side and you drop it in, you don't know if you've dropped a little piece of shell in there. So use a bowl as kind of your go-between. And if you do get shell in your bowl, don't fish it around with your finger. That's gross. It's messy. The thing to do when you have a piece of shell in the bottom of a bowl is to use the bigger pieces of shell to retrieve it. Bits of shell, it's like a magnet. If you put in the other half of the cracked eggshell, it'll draw the little piece back to it. It's just like a little magnet. It's very cool. So one at a time, we crack and add the eggs. You let each egg get incorporated, and you don't take this off of the mixer until the sides of the bowl are cool. When that's cool, you're done. Now that's how you would roll if you wanted to make a profiterole, a cream puff basically, or an eclair. For cheese puffs, all you do is add 1 cup of whatever cheese you like. I have Italian fontina, or Gruyere would be delicious. You add your cheese to the mixture once you get all the eggs in there. I'm skipping ahead a bit. And then any chopped herbs you like. We have a combination of parsley, thyme, and rosemary today. So that gets mixed all together, and it looks like this. When you go to make cream puffs or cheese puffs, anchor your parchment paper to your baking sheet with a little dab of your dough, and then you're just going to cut the end off of a plastic food storage bag. This turns into your pastry bag, and that's pretty much it. You just drop down whatever shape you like. Now, if you're trying to make little round puffs, I also take a little dish of water, but I just dab my finger on it like that. Take a little dish of water and pat it down so they're all nice and smooth on top. Then you're going to put them into a 400-degree oven, and you're going to let them cook about 20 minutes until they're puffed and golden and beads of moisture stop coming out of them. That means the inside is dry and has made lots of room and lots of air. I have some cooled cheese puffs here. Guess what we're going to do with ours? Wait. These are delicious and a great little treat to put on the table, but guess what we're going to do in a few minutes with these? We're going to make mortadella paste, and we're basically going to add bologna to our cheese puffs, and then we're going to roll it around and make it look very green and festive with chopped Sicilian pistachios. Delicious. Okay, so now we're going to make a mortadella mousse to put inside our herb cheese balls. I know, no matter who our mystery taster is, I'm telling you, I stand behind this snack. This is solid. Download this sucker. So you start with 1 pound of mortadella, or giant bologna with pistachio. You chop it up a little bit. Put that into your food processor. 1 pound will do a couple dozen of your cheese puffs. Then, once it's in there, you fine pulse it, okay, to break it up. Once it's fine pulsed into little itty bitty bits, you're going to add 1/2 cup of cream, 1 container or 1 cup of mascarpone. I know, right? Bologna and cheese, I'm so in. And then about 1 tablespoon of balsamic and a few grinds of fresh black pepper. Nice. Keep pulsing this together to combine it until it's pretty and pink and smooth. Lovely. And then just like we did with our Gougeres dough, you pop it into a plastic food storage bag. This becomes your little pastry bag. Squish it over to the corner, and then just pipe your mousse into the split gougere, top it, and then you roll it in the pistachio nuts, right? Look how cute! Amazing.